Hello, good morning. God bless you. Today we are going to be talking about Rehab. We've been looking at the story of Rehab for a while now. If you're not familiar with the story of Rehab, you can find it in the book of Joshua chapter 2. Joshua chapter 2. The children of Israel came to a place in their journey that they needed to go and look at Jericho and things about Jericho. And as they sent spies to the land of Jericho, to the city of Jericho, the spies came across Rehab. Rehab was the one that was able to hide them. Now, which Rehab? Rehab is a harlot that is well known in that land, and it was all calculated by God, because there was no way that the children of Israel know so much about Rehab before they got there. So God ordained their step to come across Rehab. Rehab was a licensed prostitute in the land of Jericho, and she was known by everybody there. And as we continue to read about Rehab, we saw that Rehab also had families. She was able to hide the spies and let them know what everybody in Jericho knows about the children of Israel. She says, we are terrified, we are afraid, because we have seen how your God has done this and done that. And because of this testimony, she asked them and said, make an oath with me, swear to me, promise me that when you come and destroy this city, you are going to save my family. Now, as they continued with their talk and everything, they made sure that they were not bound by a oath in a way that they cannot fall out of it if it falls on their own part. So they told her and said, if anybody in your family go to the street out of this place where you are, we are not responsible for them. We are not responsible for them. We are not bound by this oath that we have made and we have promised you. So they made the oath. They told her all of these things. When they went back and they told Joshua everything, they told Joshua also about Rehab. As they told Joshua about Rehab, Joshua was able to present all of these things before God, and I want to believe that. So when the walls of Jericho were shaken by God's angels, the spies have already told Rehab to put a thread, scarlet colored rope over a window, which she did. If she had not followed the instruction, maybe she would have been dead, she and her family. But she did that. They were able to pinpoint and say, this is where Rehab's house is. Now, according to history, the walls of Jericho is so thick. It's so thick that a house can sit on it. Rehab's house was on one of the walls. That was why the window she was able to let them out of the window to get out of the of Jericho without going through the gates of Jericho. Now, when the angels of God shake the walls of Jericho, the house of Rehab was spared. Nothing happened to the house of Rehab yet. So when the children of Israel went in to save Rehab, they were able to save her and her whole family, and they went ahead and destroyed all of Jericho. Everything was destroyed. When they were making this oath, God was there with them. God stood with them. God confirmed this word with them. God's angels were there. They took note. They carried out their assignment. They preserved Rehab because of the oath that the children of Israel had made. Those two spies, they made an oath on behalf of the children of Israel. Joshua was able to present that to God on their behalf, and God was able to perfect this concerning them. Now, God is a wonderful God, you know. This same Rehab that was an harlot, she was the one that gave birth to the husband of Ruth. Many women want to marry Boaz, 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 Boaz. But they don't understand that Boaz was given birth to by Rehab. If you look at the book of Matthew chapter 1 from verse 5, it tells us that Rehab gave birth to Boaz. And then Ruth and Boaz gave birth to Salmon. So God has a way that He ordains things, that He makes things together. Our history has a lot of things to do with the place that God is taking us to. When we complete everything and put everything in God's hands, He's able to turn things around for us. Our history does not limit us. It should not limit us. Where you are coming from should not be a limit to you, thinking that God can never use my story, that God can never use me. Look at Rehab. She was an harlot. She married a righteous man. She married a man that was wealthy. The wealth that they have was passed down to Boaz. Boaz married Ruth. Ruth was a foreigner. Boaz was able to understand attitude, beauty, humility, reverence. She learned all of this from her mother, from his mother, Rehab. As a woman, it is important for you to allow God to turn your life around. If you have an attitude before, God can change it and remove the attitude and give you a new heart, a new spirit. And with that spirit, you can come to serve God, and others can be able to see how God has turned your history into a testimony for Him. How God has turned your story into a testimony for Him. Because the place that we are, it is not a permanent place. We are passing through. We are passing through. And that way you can also say that now it has come and it has passed and it has come to pass. So I hope that you are inspired by the story of Rehab, and I pray that God Himself will help you to be more faithful to God in your walk with Him, not going back, but focusing on God, putting your eyes on Christ, the author and the finisher of our faith, allowing the Holy Spirit to let Jesus be formed in you continually until the rapture. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.